Hello, good morning, and happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. If you're here in the chat, if you could go in there and just let me know where you're joining me from. I like to know who's on here with me. And Marietta, I see hello. Good morning. How are you? Happy Tuesday. I just want to let you know, I don't think I've seen you here before. If you're at work and you can't unmute yourself, I totally understand. But if you can, just unmute yourself if you've got any questions. I don't really keep up with the chat box often once I get going. Hey, from Mary, from Miami. Wonderful, wonderful. So am I. So Marietta, we're in the same place. Great. We've got a couple of other people joining us. Terrific. All right, so I'm going to get started here. Today's session is going to be not a deep dive. So if you're looking for, and you're like, what is a CRM? I've never heard of it before, and you're looking for a deep dive session on that, that's to come. Today is just really, we're just going to scratch the surface. Just want to remind people in Q4 now, that we've entered Q4. I want to remind everybody what a CRM is, because I have recently heard of several people who do not have one, do not use one, and are not implementing it in their business. And even highly successful agents, can still benefit from using a CRM. So if you already use a CRM, I won't bore you. You can hop out. I'd love to have you stay, but you might find this a little boring if you're a CRM whiz. This is really for people who are like, I don't know what this is. Teach me a little bit about it. So that's what we're going to do today. So today we're going to talk about a client relationship management system, otherwise known as a CRM. Yes, you can use this for any type of business, but we're going to talk about how real estate agents can use a CRM. So if you aren't using a CRM yet, why not? It's Q4. What are you doing to manage your book of business? I know I would go absolutely insane without my CRM, truly. It's like my lifeline. And what's funny is I keep different versions of my CRM in multiple places. They all have the same information, but I, in particular, like to have my CRM on my computer to access, whenever I'm on my computer. I like to have it on my phone so I can access it digitally, mobilely, on the run, because we are in our cars often in front of clients, maybe without our computer, even though mine is thin enough that I throw it in my bag and it comes everywhere with me. But aside from that, I also like to have it written out visually. I've got a tracker by my desk that is a large glass board. I consider that a form of a CRM. It is. Why? Because it's tracking your business and you're able to see it and you're able to stay organized in some way. No, it's not, the board on my wall is not going to send out automated emails, but this is a visual CRM for me, whereas my other digital CRMs do take care of the other aspects of what a CRM can do for you. So to further explain, a real estate CRM is a specialized tool designed to help us manage our relationships with clients more effectively. Think of it as a digital assistant that's specifically tailored for the real estate business. In essence, a CRM is a powerful tool that helps us stay organized, be more productive, and build stronger relationships with our clients. You might be asking, okay, how is it going to build my relationship with the client that I know? Well, if you are smart, you're going to go ahead and input every bit of information you know about that client into your CRM, and you're going to let your CRM do what it's supposed to do. And that CRM is going to email and or text your client on their move-in anniversary that you otherwise, because you've gotten on with life and, brain dumped that specific date, because why would you otherwise really need to know it? Your CRM knows that date, and that CRM is going to be your assistant and send out a happy home anniversary email or text to them, or simply a reminder to your phone to let you know to call them. So that's incredibly important. Just going to let some people in the waiting room here. Sorry for that little delay. So that's really important. Having an extra hand, in any way, shape, or form in our business, I think is beneficial. So I'm happy to bring you more information about that, because a CRM is, in a way, your little assistant or a tool you can set up to really help you be more productive, save you time. So if you're not using a CRM, don't walk, run, go ahead and get one. Here are all of the things, all the ways in which, well, just my top favorite ways in which my CRM helps me. client data organization, automated follow-up, sales pipeline tracking, and time efficiency, data analysis and reporting. Go ahead and screenshot this page if you're not familiar with the CRM system and you don't have one. This page would probably be my top, my top reasons to go ahead and get one when I sit in front of someone. And I don't sell any CRMs or anything like that, but when I tell them about the one I use specifically, if I'm asked, these are the things that I touch upon. This is what I sit down and tell people, that are some of the benefits of using a CRM. Like I had mentioned, those automated follow-ups, it will automatically send you a reminder to keep in touch with clients if you don't want it to go ahead and keep in touch for you, but it's able to do that. So you don't miss any opportunities in, pinging that client and staying top of mind. Remember, it's really always what you want to do when you're touching your book of business, is constantly reminding them that you're here and this is what you do. Not only that, but if you've got multiple deals going at once, or even just one deal, CRM really helps with tracking your leads, the source, where it came from. That way, especially if you're paying for leads, for example, which ones are closing, which ones are converting, right? You could be like, oh, I don't know where this lead came from, and you could be really disorganized in that manner and then be spending money for, let's just say, an online lead generation company that's really giving you nothing and those leads are not converting. Using a CRM and keeping organized in there will definitely help you find out which lead, lead flow you're paying for is really generating return for you. And if you're not familiar with CRMs, and I had mentioned if you are, you could hop off and I wasn't going to bore you, but if you're not familiar with CRMs, here are some companies. You might want to screenshot this slide as well. These are some companies. Now, Chime just did change their name to Lofty. So I've included both because many of you might be very familiar with the name Chime. They did just change their name to Lofty. So don't get confused. Those are not two separate companies. They are the same one. Then you got Boomtown, KV Core, Real Geeks, Follow Up Boss, and Cloud Agent Suites. These are just the ones I find most popular that most agents I speak to in my area use, and speak to whoever's in charge at your brokerage. They might have an option to give you, a discount to use one of these softwares if your brokerage doesn't already provide you with one. Or if you're a solo agent, your own broker, and you don't have one yet, I highly suggest you look into these companies. Now, some of them do have IDX integration. Not all of them do. For example, I believe Follow Up Boss does not have IDX integration, and the rest of these do, though. I have personally used them. I've actually personally used all of these in my career, believe it or not. I've actually used all of these for one reason or another, being at a different company. I have actually been inside all of these softwares, and I can tell you they're all wonderful. They really are wonderful. CRMs are going to sort of all work the same way. So don't get overwhelmed in thinking that, you've learned one CRM and you just can't stand having to think about learning another one. Don't fret. They're really all pretty much very similar, and YouTube is your friend. If I can give you that piece of advice, if you're thinking about switching CRMs or looking into a new one for the first time ever, these are all very easily to be trained on. YouTube, just YouTube any video about these, so one-on-ones and 102s and etc. You will get all sorts of training on these via YouTube for free, and great trainings, I can tell you that. So moving on, does anybody have any questions? I'll leave this here so not get us confused. Anybody have any questions? Unmute yourself. Let me go into, if I can see, if I can get into this chat box. Is anybody in here in the chat? All right, no, chat's clear. Does anybody want to unmute and ask me any questions if you have any? Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and pop into next week's slides. So next week, what we're going to do is, and I hope everyone enjoys their holiday this week. I hope you're all with loved ones and having a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. Next week, we're going to do a really simple Q&A wrap up. I just think it's nice for the end of November. Now we've been doing this for, nearly a year. everything that I've spoken about. These are all my past sessions. These are all the past session topics: Canva, social media, prospecting, Remind, rentals, showings, open houses, and CRM software. Give me your questions. Email me your questions early if you'd like to remain anonymous. This is always a safe space. You never have to have any concerns about asking questions, out loud here. But if you'd rather email me your questions, so I've got it beforehand, and then hop on next week so you can hear me answer it and give you that answer live. I won't name you if you just, you request to remain anonymous. I won't name you at all. But otherwise, yeah, feel free to come on in. Q&A session, ask me anything. We'll be on for about a half hour. You can always join me every Tuesday here at thefreedomzoom.com. And right here on the left-hand side, always any way to contact me, you can contact me at Rosie Sells Miami. Right here on the bottom left on Instagram, or rosiesellsmiami@gmail.com. And then on the right, Freedom Achiever replay can be found at David A. Kurz. If you just Google David A. Kurz, not Google, search in YouTube for David A. Kurz in the search bar. All of these Freedom Achiever Academy posts are going to come up. All of our sessions, Tuesdays and Thursdays, are available for you to watch on replay. And you can register for each of them to get an email to let you know not to miss them at thefreedomcoaching.com. And our wonderful coaching platform can be found at freedomachieveracademy.com. If you'd like more information about our coaching platform, David's amazing coaching platform, and you do get a 7-day free trial. So go ahead and check it out. Otherwise, I will see you next Tuesday. Come with your questions. Thanks so much for joining, guys. Have a great rest of your week, and happy Thanksgiving.